Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 324, Crimes of the Future? My name is Joe.
My name is Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Joe.
How are you?
I guess I'm okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay. I just watched Crimes of the Future.
Yeah, you did. So most of the time, I can't really tell what you think about a movie as we're watching it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes, you have a lot of fun with movies that you just really ultimately dislike.
It's true. It's true.
But for some reason, I feel like I could tell this time. just how you felt about this one.
All right. It's weird because I feel like like you said, I feel like I have a pretty good poker face about these things. I'm good at hiding when I'm uncomfortable. When I don't want to look at what's on screen.
Sure.
Just power through and do it.
And not so much this time.
Oh my god.
Is this your first Cronenberg?
No, I've seen my first Cronenberg was Existence.
Okay.
And after that I was like, cool, I'm good.
Alright.
But then I saw A History of Violence.
Sure.
And I really liked A History of Violence.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, maybe he's doing different stuff now. And then I think I watched maybe like half of Eastern Promises.
Alright.
Didn't turn it off for any reason, just got tired.
Okay.
And then never went back to finish it. So
yeah,
this is
that happens.
This is my third and a half Cronenberg.
Just like men.
That's right. Yeah, just one more.
3.5.
I like my Cronenberg like I like my men.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yep.
I imagine you've seen more than that as far as Cronenbergs.
I've seen quite a few. So I've seen, of course, The Fly.
Of course.
The Brood, Scanners, Videodrome, Rabid, Shivers. I have not seen the original Crimes of the Future.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did see that he made a long time ago.
Yes. Apparently unrelated.
Yeah.
Other than title. What else have I seen? Existence, of course. History of Violence. Eastern Promises.
Crash?
I have not seen Crash.
Okay. I'm interested in Crash.
Yeah.
It sounds weird, but in a different way.
Yeah. It does. Naked Lunch is one that I've seen as well.
Cosmopolis?
I've seen like 30 minutes of Cosmopolis.
Okay.
Famously.
That episode of Friday the 13th, the series that he directed?
I have seen that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just went through his filmography to see what I'd seen.
That's fine.
This is the second Cronenberg that we've done on the podcast.
Sorta.
After Jason X.
Yep. So, we do these quite in advance. And sometimes I fall a little bit behind on editing and putting things together website-wise.
Right.
But I've caught up, so while I was putting everything together on the blog and scheduling them for future release, it's like, well, I might as well set up, the Crimes of the Future one ahead of time. And as I typed in the David Cronenberg tag, it popped up automatically as if I'd already written it somewhere. I was like, what the fuck else have we done with David Cronenberg? I was like, is this somehow a holdover from an episode of Gutter Trash? Because we did watch a movie that also never that he directed, but also starred in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about the end of the world. I remember that.
Okay.
with Sandra Oh.
Oh.
I forget the name of it, but
all right.
he was in it.
So it's very memorable.
Yeah. So, like, once I got everything saved, I clicked on that tag to see what it was, and there was good old Jason X. I was like, how could I forget?
How could you? I remembered that even before I looked at his IMDb page.
I'm disappointed in myself.
I mean, it's like when we couldn't remember Jason Mantzoukas. We were trying to name memorable Jasons, and somehow missed the most memorable Jason of them all.
I mean, he is a goddamn national treasure.
Yeah.
And yet, we skipped him entirely. It's
out,
upsetting.
Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. Oh boy.
So, you didn't love this movie, did you?
This movie is not for me. There are parts of this movie that I hated. I think it's interesting. Mm-hmm. I will never watch it again. And really, most of the time when I was watching it, I was thinking, "Wow, Viggo Mortensen looks just like Roy Batty." Like, if they ever need to go back and film new scenes for some sort of Blade Runner extended special or flashback version, just get Viggo Mortensen to play Roy.
Especially in the very end shot.
Yeah.
I didn't think that throughout the movie, but that very, very end shot of Viggo definitely reminded me of something, and I would never have put it together until you said it.
Yeah.
But it was very familiar.
Yeah.
Speaking of familiar.
Okay, sure.
My main problem with this movie is that it is very familiar to previous better David Cronenberg movies.
Okay. Like what?
Like Existence, for instance.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember a ton about Existence.
Yeah.
Mostly I just remember, like, the weird fucking organic machinery thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's all over this.
Yep. And some Crash in there as well.
I can see that just based on what I know about Crash.
Yeah. Not so much Rabbit or Shivers, which are also very similar movies. But just The Brood, a little bit deals with, like, human mutation and evolution.
Okay.
And developing special abilities. And scanners even as well.
The Dead Zone, have you seen that one?
I have seen The Dead Zone.
Okay.
That is a very un-David Cronenberg-like movie for a David Cronenberg movie.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got the source material behind that, so
right.
that could be the reason there. This just felt like... I'm going to pull out a weird-ass analogy at the moment.
Okay.
So Metallica recently just put out their new album.
Yeah. 72 Seasons?
Yes, I believe that's what it's called.
Okay.
I have not listened to it yet.
Okay.
Our friend Jason came over this past weekend, and we were going to listen to it, and instead we just watched The Suicide Squad.
Nice.
Because I just did not feel like listening to a new Metallica album in 2023.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
I was a huge Metallica fan in junior high and high school. And even when Load and Reload came out and all my friends just abandoned Metallica, I was like, this is still good stuff. They are trying new things. Mm-hmm. They are pushing the boundaries of what they can do. And then Saint Anger came out, and it took me a little while to warm up to, but I was like, you know what? They're still just, they are trying shit.
Yeah.
And then Death Magnetic came out. And it was just like, oh, this is kind of like them just saying, hey, remember that riff that you liked in that one song that people liked? This is like that, but not quite. And then everything else since then has just been like, remember when you liked us? And that is what I feel this movie was.
Okay. All right.
Was David Cronenberg saying, "Hey, remember when you thought I was good?"
Interesting.
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like you said, it's very interesting. But I did not enjoy this movie.
Okay. Whew.
But for me, it was mostly I just found it boring.
Yeah. It didn't really have any forward momentum. Like the autopsy, I thought was going to be like a bigger part of it,
Right.
but it was really just a smaller part of this whatever the larger story is.
Yeah.
Like it, I feel like ultimately he wanted it to be about Saul's sort of awakening,
Mhm.
like almost like a Fahrenheit 451 kind of thing.
Mhm.
Where the person who's against it is brought in deeper and then ends up coming around to the thing that he's been against,
Right.
and it just didn't land.
Yeah.
There's not enough development to it.
Yeah. It feels very shaky.
Yeah,
And like, even though the plot sort of ultimately has like these bigger stakes that it tells us are there.
yeah,
Like, I never felt that there were any stakes to anything happening.
yeah.
And what really didn't help is that the movie is just populated with just pretentious fucks. Just hippy-dippy performance art douchebags.
See, I was just gonna say weirdos,
That too.
but not like fun weirdos.
Definitely not fun weirdos.
Not like the Suicide Squads.
No. The closest thing this movie has to a fun weirdo is Kristen Stewart.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh,
And she's delightful.
yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, I don't care for her.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Is
Probably
it the Twilight?
preconceptions of Twilight. Sure,
Yeah.
I've never seen a Twilight, but I've seen the trailers.
Sure.
And I've seen her just look like a lifeless, soulless shell of a human as she did the motions of those movies, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that's how the character is written in the books,
All right.
so that checks out.
Well then, bravo. Way to just convey deadness.
Yeah. Which is weird, because in that relationship, she's the one who's alive.
Oh my god.
What if Edward was more alive than she was? So what other K-Stew movies have you seen?
I think when I was in the hospital, I caught like 10 minutes of the new Charlie's Angel.
Wow, okay. I forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
I'm sure there's probably another one I've seen.
Have you seen Panic Room?
I have seen Panic Room.
She is Jodie Foster's daughter in Panic Room.
Okie doke.
There's a movie called, I believe, Adventureland,
Never saw that.
that she's in with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
And then the only other one that I've seen is Spencer, the one from a couple years ago where she plays Princess Diana.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Mark
Not
Wahlberg.
Spencer for Hire.
Okay,
No.
all right. It's like I saw that. I don't recall her.
That'd be interesting, though. Yeah, I can't imagine her and Mark Wahlberg in the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kind of pops up in this movie.
Mhm.
I grew a little bit more respect for her here, as if it were a new organ
Yeah.
inside my
Oh,
body.
lords. What the fuck? Okay. At some point in the future, I guess, humans start growing new organs in their bodies.
Sure.
Apparently, based on what I read, I don't feel like it's really well spelled out in the movie that they are doing this to combat changes in the environment like climate change and pollution and and evolving new ways of protecting themselves from that. I didn't feel like that really came through in the movie. It was just like, what if humans grew new shit?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like a throwaway line here and there.
Yeah.
Such as, I guess, because Viggo Mortensen's character is a performance artist who grows new organs and then has them surgically extracted by his partner / lover friend.
Yeah.
But he is constantly sick and in pain as well.
Yeah.
And I guess that's supposed to be because he refuses to accept the changes that his body is making, and he's holding on to the old self.
Yeah.
Because he even mentions his allergies, and he goes out wearing a mask at all times. Which, bravo to him.
Good for him.
Yes.
Yeah. Though he is taking it off constantly.
I mean, as did most people who wore masks.
I noticed, so I've been watching a lot of Law and Order. I know I've mentioned this.
Yeah.
And I had some SVU reruns on.
All right.
And it was like the season or whatever that, like, right after they came back from the pandemic. And it's just paying lip service to the pandemic. It's like people wear masks for about 3 seconds and then they all take them off.
Yep.
And it's just like, commit to it if you're going to do it. I know you can't hide your stars' faces. If that's a problem, just don't address the pandemic at all.
I think I caught the first episode of the new Stabler spinoff.
Oh yeah,
which was, I think, immediately after the pandemic.
Yeah,
and yeah, they all go to a crime scene. They're all wearing masks, and then as soon as they're in the office, they all take off the masks, and after that, it's all maybe sometimes.
Yeah,
and I had the exact same reaction. At least either go full force with it or pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't have it in between.
Yeah. I mean, I guess one of the episodes that I saw also attempted to spin Black Lives Matter into it.
Ooh.
and just reckoning with police implicit bias. And
was that a heavy Ice-T episode?
I mean, yes, partly, but also it was heavily Olivia doing some soul searching, and at the end being like, "We got a lot of work to do," and then I don't know that they ever addressed it again.
Probably not. Yeah. A little like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
A little bit.
First episode back. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What are the crimes of the future in this movie? Is it the performance art? I think
maybe. Non-registered new organs?
I guess.
I don't know. The terrorist cell who eats plastic?
Maybe, yeah, okay. Is that okay? So it occurred to me while we were talking about why Viggo Mortensen gets sick all the time.
Yeah.
Is it because he was trying to eat regular food and not plastic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Spoilers. That's the end.
Hadn't put that together.
Yep. At the end, he eats plastic, feels better,
and it's all better.
Yep.
Movie. David, you're crazy for this one. What's David Cronenberg's problem?
Canadian.
Is that what it is? Okay. It's funny. I read the IMDb trivia for this, and the last two entries are clearly from a disgruntled Canadian who is like, despite David Cronenberg saying that he's committed to Canadian representation on film, there's never any reference to this movie taking place in Canada. And none of the three leads, these were two separate entries, but I'm combining them.
Right.
And none of the three major leads were Canadian actors. Sorry?
Well, not a lot of Canadian actors are bankable stars.
That's true.
Take that, Canada.
Oof. Ryan Reynolds. I'd watch Ryan Reynolds in a David Cronenberg movie.
I mean, I would too.
Eating plastic.
I don't see David Cronenberg hiring Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe he fucking should.
Maybe
He should step out of his Viggo Mortensen wheelhouse and try somebody new.
I was going to say that like the last 4 David Cronenberg movies have all had Viggo Mortensen in it.
Yeah.
But then I forgot about Cosmopolis and Maps to the Stars.
What's Maps to the Stars?
It's apparently a movie he made after Cosmopolis.
Oh, okay.
And after A Dangerous Method.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't remember if I've seen A Dangerous Method now. Never mind.
Almost picked that one a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Until I saw Crimes of the Future was on Hulu.
Nice.
Maybe I should have picked it.
Is Maps to the Stars about a serial killer in Hollywood?
I don't know.
It should be. It's
It
not.
should be, but probably isn't.
Probably not. It's probably
Because
about
he-
fucking sci-fi nonsense.
No, this is his first sci-fi movie since Existence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he's primarily done dramas since then.
Gotcha.
Even though I guess Cosmopolis has some sci-fi elements, but it's mostly just about Robert Pattinson in the back of a CGI car.
Okay. Is it like Locke? Does he spend the whole movie in the car?
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, now I want to watch it.
CGI car.
Well, sure. Yeah. I did appreciate the practical effects in this movie.
I did as well. Yeah, I'm always a fan of that.
Yeah. There was one that made me laugh a lot. Or
Okay.
that made me want to laugh, but I didn't.
Was it the breakfast chair?
No, it was not the breakfast chair. No.
Okay, because that felt stupidly ridiculous.
That was real fucking weird. Why? Why is that a thing? Why are we doing this? Movable bone chair?
Yeah, I don't want to be forcibly rocked while I'm eating.
Yeah. It's supposed to help with digestion. Well, it's not helping with my eating.
Right.
I can't get my hand in my mouth.
I mean, that honestly seemed more like Viggo Mortensen's problem than the fact that he needed to eat plastic.
It's true.
He just needed to sit fucking still.
No, the one that got me was when the two technicians drill Scott Speedman in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then there's a very brief shot of the dummy as they pull their drills out of it. It was so bad.
It was not good.
I loved it. Oh, I was like, oh, did Brassfield shoot this scene? Brassfield, for the listeners, is our friend, low-budget filmmaker Matt Brassfield.
Yes.
Does very fine work. Low budget.
Yes. And when we say low, we're talking like $50.
Yeah, non-existent,
Yeah.
basically.
$50 for the Arby's that he buys the crew.
Right. Hey, you know what? At least they're getting fed.
Yeah, sure.
Arby's has the meats.
They do. All of them.
All of the meats. Lamb. Bison. Deer. Snake. Others. They have the meats.
I mean, you mentioned the main ones. So,
yeah,
you know.
I really did. Yeah.
I know you're not eating meat anymore, but I dare you to go to Arby's and order a snake sandwich.
Can I get a spicy Hawaiian roast snake with cheese? Oh boy.
It's like some sort of David Cronenberg nightmare.
It really is.
Yeah.
Remember in Existence when he like pulls bones out of his meal and then makes like a fucking gun with them?
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. This is David Cronenberg doing David Cronenberg shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that his shit?
I don't know. He enjoys thinking about the terrors of the body.
All right.
You know, I will say, you know, kind of, you know, never really topped it, you know, after Videodrome. Though The Fly was a sidestep, but a good walk in the right direction for it.
Okay.
And then after that, just maybe there's a reason he started just doing more dramas than the sci-fi body horror stuff.
Maybe. Oh man. I'm trying to think of what my absolute least favorite part of this movie was, and I think it's the guy who had his eyes and mouth sewed shut and had ears all over his fucking body and danced.
It was the dancing.
It was the eyes and the mouth sewed shut. I hate that so much. So much. There's an issue of Animal Man, from the Morrison run, where he's basically like he's holding a monkey that has had its eyes and mouth sewed shut, and it is hard to look at. Yeah, which I know is the point. Right. If that's the point of that cover, I don't know what the point of it is here.
It's the thing is that character in this is a performance artist,
right? And
the point of performance artist is bullshit.
Oh, right. There is no point.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. What is sewed up shut ears guy revealing about the human condition? I think nothing.
Yeah. They say it's because it's time to listen. Fuck that.
But he's not listening, he's just dancing.
Yeah, he is.
Not doing anything.
And as a random scientist who shows up out of nowhere and never comes back.
Never seen again.
Those ears don't even work.
What is this? I feel like there's connective tissue that's missing from this movie.
Right. And also, throughout this whole thing, Viggo Mortensen is an undercover cop.
Yeah, what? That's not revealed till like 45 minutes into the movie? So was he a cop in his life before?
I
guess.
Then
he pretended to quit to be with is it Leah Sato?
Yeah.
But then he didn't really? I don't know. There's just drawn inferences. Stuff.
I'm fine.
Stuff. What am I talking about? I'm a good talker, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm fine with not having everything spelled out for me.
Yeah.
But, some hint towards, what the fuck is actually going on is nice.
Yeah.
But, I guess we can infer that, because she was a trauma doctor.
Right.
And they met when he needed trauma surgery.
Yeah.
So it could be maybe he got shot on the line of duty as a cop, and then they both got incredibly turned on while she was performing surgery on him.
Right, when she's digging bullets out of him.
Right? And then they said, oh, hey, what's this next to your lung that doesn't belong? And then made a new career.
She loved his extra organs.
She did.
Yeah. Another part that I hated was after he has a zipper installed in his stomach, and then there's a weird zipper lingus scene. What the fuck? Now look, I'm in for weird stuff.
Sure.
Not this kind of weird stuff, I think. This is too weird for me.
This movie goes a little overboard.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real hard for me to say the words David Cronenberg and subtle in the same sentence, but definitely his earlier work has more subtlety in it than this does.
Yeah, I feel like I also spent a lot of time watching it trying to find an allegory.
Right?
Like, it almost feels like an allegory, but I don't know what for. And it, I was trying to graph, well, is it about, queer culture? Is it about transness? What's it about? And nothing fits.
Yeah, it's not.
If it's supposed to be, it doesn't work.
No. Because nobody is feared or hated or anything like that. They're just sort of... In fact, nobody is thought of as weird. Everybody is just super excited that everything is happening.
Yeah.
Like there's no outliers in this.
I mean, I guess the new Vice Cop.
Right. Maybe.
This is the closest we get.
Yeah. And he's barely in it.
Yeah.
Just mostly... He's not even there to give exposition, because he doesn't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we get more exposition from the guy at the registry, I feel like, than we do from the cop.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I was also distracted by everyone's stupid names.
Yeah. You didn't like Timlin?
Nope.
Or Whippet?
Nope.
I did like Whippet.
Saul Tenser.
Yeah. I don't even remember Leah Saido's name.
Caprice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the two handy women / assassins.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. Who are they? What's going on?
I don't know.
They were great.
Sure.
They were delightful.
Just get naked for no reason.
I didn't know why that was happening. That felt very unnecessary. But otherwise, just a joy to be around.
Sure.
And then they start killing people.
Yep.
I don't understand.
Not a bit. At one point, I was texting my girlfriend a little bit. And I was like, "This movie's weird." And she was like, "Sorry." And I was like, "I mean, I haven't finished it yet." It's like, and I texted her, "Lots of naked chicks, though." She's like, "Well, that's something." I was like, "I guess." I was like, I can tell Joe hates this.
I don't hate the naked chicks.
Well, no, yeah.
To be clear.
The movie in general.
The movie in general,
yes.
Yeah. The naked chicks do not redeem the rest of the movie.
They do not, sadly, yeah.
Whew.
But also, just no point to it whatsoever.
No point to it at all. Yeah. Like the two technicians for sure. No point to that at all.
Yeah.
I could sort of see the scene where Leah Saido's in the thing and
the autopsy thing.
The autopsy thing, yeah. And then Vigo
like,
gets
what
in
if
with
H.R. Giger invented an autopsy table?
Right, yeah, and then had sex on it.
Yep.
What if H.R. Giger made porn?
I mean, that is essentially David Cronenberg's career.
That's true. Holy shit.
But like even like the weird sexual things that he does in this just feels tacked on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just like nothing leads to anything.
Yeah.
Like you said, you spent the entire movie wondering what the allegory was. I spent the entire movie wondering what the fucking plot was going to be.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And apparently it's about eating plastic.
Is he still a cop? I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But now he's a plastic eating cop.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh no.
I guess he's now going to take Scott Speedman's place as the lead revolutionary?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Give me the Timlin spin-off movie. I'm in for whatever the fuck she's got going on.
Sure, she's weird and creepy.
Yeah.
She's the Alison Brie of this movie.
She is. That's fine. Love Alison Brie.
Yep, the only good part for like 2 seconds. Oh, what a perfectly normal movie this is.
You know what? It really was just some light family fare. Just fun for the whole family, really.
Sure, everybody just living in hollowed out boats and just industrial dead spots.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Is that Toronto?
I guess, maybe. I don't know. Unspecified.
Unspecified, of course.
Fucking Cronenberg. That disgruntled Canadian commenter was right. I would leave trivia that says, despite being committed to telling good stories, David Cronenberg forgot to do that in this movie. Why is that trivia? That he didn't have anything Canadian. Oh,
I mean,
man.
I'm fairly sure it was probably shot in Canada.
Probably? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unspecified.
Unspecified, yeah. I don't think he leaves America.
Yeah.
Or
Canada.
Canada, yeah. Which I guess is technically it's North America.
It is North America, you're right.
The northernmost part of America.
Yeah. I guess. Is Alaska? Yeah, I don't know. Is that why we bought Alaska? Why the fuck did we buy Alaska?
I don't. Oil?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Crimes of the future.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I wanted to see this.
Okay.
I had heard that it was good
Alright.
from people whose trust I now no longer, or whose taste I now no longer trust.
Are their initials JF?
No.
Okay.
Took me a second, but no.
Okay. I do remember talking to Matt Brassfield about this movie, the aforementioned $50 filmmaker.
Yes.
Arby's aficionado. And he said he liked this movie as well, and then again, his taste can be varied.
I can see why he would like this movie.
Yeah, and his complaint was that his complaint about people complaining about it was that it's just people complaining that he's just doing all the same old stuff again. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to see people do new things. I want to see people grow as artists. And if you do return to that thing that you're most well known for, have a new spin on it.
Yeah,
and definitely don't forget the basics like plot and reason.
Yeah. I do think the characters were interesting.
Sure.
That's probably the strongest part about this.
Yeah.
There's nothing for them to do.
Right. Yeah, everybody is performing the hell out of whatever it is that they are doing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Viggo Mortensen's little ticks and quirks as he struggled through life, basically.
Yeah. I mean, relatable.
Right? Who hasn't had a persistent cough that eventually turns into just your body growing a new digestive tract for plastic?
Sure, yeah. Oh, man. Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. It's a movie.
Yeah. We watched it.
Yep.
I can now say that I've seen it.
That you have.
With a few ads.
Minimal ads.
Minimal ads. That was nice. Thank you, Hulu. Thank you for the 2 ad breaks, and that's it.
Yeah, I have the free Hulu, so I get ads occasionally. Unless it's I think if it's a 20th Century Fox movie or just a Hulu original, there are no ads.
Okay.
Every other
Disney
studio, there will be ads, but luckily just 2 early on, and then the rest ad free.
I actually kind of found the ad breaks refreshing.
Because it gave you a breather?
Because it gave me a breather. And then there came a point where we were watching the movie and I was like, I don't think there's going to be any more ads.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep, you just gotta white knuckle it at that point.
Oh, boy. Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. Is there anything that can bring you back from watching Crimes of the Future?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Is there anything that Crimes of the Future ruined for you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's making me happy.
All right.
That Crimes of the Future did not irrevocably change my life. Oh, what's making me happy? There was a Half Price Books warehouse sale this past weekend.
There was.
That always makes me happy.
Except for that time you and I went.
Well, yeah, that was through no fault of yours.
No. That was just a bummer of a trip.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one that we went to, there were no comics, which is specifically what I wanted to look at.
Same.
And so I was not expecting any to be there at this one, and was pleasantly surprised to find a very nice selection of long boxes to sift through. So
awesome.
Yeah, I bought 19 comics, 50 cents each.
Sweet.
It was great.
Yeah. That's always fun.
Yeah. What about you?
So I know a couple weeks ago we spent a lot of time about how happy and satisfied we are that neither of us have children.
Yes.
And yet, oddly, I have spent a couple days this past week with my girlfriend and her children, and it's been kind of a joy.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
They are annoying as hell, and I am glad that I get to go home afterwards.
That is a bonus of them not being yours.
Yep. So I don't know. But it's even just the fact that I get to go home. That's the joy. I don't know.
That's pretty great.
but it's also not been terrible while I am there with them too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. All right. So short bursts of child activity.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. Today I spent about an hour with them, and no, I'm good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you have a movie that you want to get revenge on me with?
I do have one in mind.
All right.
I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
Okay.
It is a cartoon.
Ooh.
So, way in the other direction from Crimes of the Future.
Possibly necessary.
Yeah. It's the animated adaptation of Crimes of the Future. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
It's about animals with superpowers. I would like to watch League of Super Pets. Have you seen that already?
I have not.
Okay.
This actually ties into my joy a little bit.
Yeah.
So, that movie came out in the theaters last summer.
Yes.
I had made plans with my girlfriend's daughter to go see it. And she was excited as hell.
Aw.
And then I was hospitalized for like a month.
Yeah.
And then it came out on HBO during that time. And she fucking watched it without me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, fuck you, little girl.
Yeah, let's watch a child's cartoon out of spite.
Hell yeah.
No, I do have to warn you. After we watch the movie, the hierarchy of power in the Gutter Trash Network is going to shift. Forever.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So someone else to take the responsibility.
All right. League of Super Pets.
I'm excited.
It's on HBO Max, and maybe other places, but primarily HBO Max.
Yep. Alrighty.
Talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.